All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Audio Killers, for the 84 months of Prime. That's a lot of months of Prime. And thank you very much for the good luck. Also, thank you very much, Bacon, for the 39 months of Tier 2. Definitely almost to the big 4-0. And thank you for the good luck as well. I do appreciate the resubscriptions from both of you. Also, hello, MaxC35, Vedanjakaja, Cat Cantaloupe, and Joshi. Thank you guys all for the best of luck as well. Hope that everyone is doing well today. There we go. Thought I was pressing the A button. Yes, I was pressing it at a weird time. Also, thanks for the good luck knife, Kirby. But maybe today is the day where we can finally get through a run without losing 6 minutes to our summon best. Since, at least with our current summon best, that's what we would have to do to get sub 330. That's possible time in some of best to look nice ending in zeros. I suppose so, yeah, but hopefully they won't be there too much longer. Well, I guess if my spinner segment can definitely get a best by at least a minute flat, which could put it at least put some of best at 323. Also, thanks for the good luck, Aghast Crane. Hopefully we will get good luck on the RNG sections. Thanks for the good luck, Phoenix. And hey, Asher, thanks for the good luck. What is my go-to D&D class? Well, I've only ever played D&D once, and I didn't seem to really be that into it, so I don't think I have an answer for this question. Alright, 357. Pretty good cage break. Also, hello, Jovial. The answer is obviously what I played that one time. I honestly don't remember what I played that one time. It was... pretty sure that was over 10 years ago. Also, thanks for the raid, Kane. Thank you, all the raiders, for the good luck. Which we always need at the start of Twilight Princess runs, because we have to deal with the goats, and then with Bo, who sometimes don't like to give us great RNG. But I hope the stream was good. Oh, yeah, like this goat right here. Oh, why is he going all the way out over there? Oh my goodness. What is going on? Excuse me, goat. You're supposed to go into the pen, not past it? Alright, well. Fortunately, a goat's time of 40 means that we are resetting. It was crazy good today. Oh, nice. Finished 2 251s in 120 shine. That does sound very good, yeah. I'm glad that you had a great stream. And thank you once again for the raid. Also, thanks for the best of luck, Kanto and Goy for Link. You are stall. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Asher. So, bad gate. Mid-room. Yes. Also, thanks for the good luck, Ryan. I'm not really sure how the game determines save location. Like, when you save the title screen file as a file. It probably just has something to do with, like, which, like, what story flags are set. Because, like, if you, because, like, if you just save after, like, doing the Orden Gate clip, that doesn't normally put you at the Orden Spring, I'm pretty sure, or the Farron Spring.
Hey.
Well, honestly, I don't know the exact details. I am confused by what this goat is doing. Hello? Alright, well, this also sucks, but we're gonna continue it anyway. The life split comparison is just to my PB. Like, 99.9% of the time, the life split comparison will always just be to my own PB. So thanks for the good luck, Fishman. Alright, Bo. What's it gonna be today? Alright. Getting some good RNG for round 1. Also, thank you very much, Nat, for gifting Mary Say a Tier 1 subscription. Sure, they definitely appreciate it. 1 slap. 2 slap. Okay. Really? Get out of here. You were never here, don't tell her. I mean, I think she's gonna get a notification for getting the gift sub. I think you would have to do it anonymously for your name to not be attached with it. But that is very generous of you, so... Thank you very much. Also, thanks for the good luck that lost it. Also, thanks for the good luck blooms. Ah, no, we didn't finish a run last stream. Well, I mean, yesterday I didn't stream at all, so didn't do any full runs yesterday either, but... I assume Fishman meant last stream. Also, thanks for the good luck, Trippero. Really? Nice. Also, thank you for the good luck, apes. Why do I spend so much time on this run in particular? Well, so usually I will tend to spend my time on only one run at a time, and won't really, like, switch between different runs, unless I'm also, like, participating in a tournament of some kind, right? That's basically just what I've done for most of my time speedrunning, is just focus on one run at a time. So, like, I've been focusing on Twilight Princess all dungeons since, like, mid-June-ish, I think. So until I get a time that I want, that is what we're going to focus on. Well, currently the time that I'm trying to get is at least sub 3:30, which is my general goal. Oh, come on. The 424 number of runs is the total amount of times that I've attempted an all dungeons run with these splits, or like with this split file. So it's essentially all of the times that I've attempted all dungeons. I also do not like where Hugo is now. Ah, well. Not a particularly great interferon time, but it's also partially because our Iron Boots time wasn't great. Also, thanks for the good luck, Juniper. And to jump there, not grab the edge of the ledge. Nice first bringers. Nice jump attack. Also, thank you very much, Mike DeBest, for the 19 months at Tier 1. Thank you for the good luck as well. So, hello, Bolt Boy. Thank you for the good luck. Thank you very much, Ryuchio, for the 35-month of Prime. And this is my next 3D Zelda challenge. Probably not for a decent while, I imagine. Mostly just because there are, like, individual run times that I would want to improve before attempting the 3D Zelda challenge again. 3D Zelda challenge is also a really long speedrun. The 3D Zelda Challenge is a speedrun of all of the original 3D Zelda games back-to-back. In, like, the same individual speedrun. So, like, you play Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, all as, like, a single speedrun. And just do all of their any % speedruns back-to-back, with no remakes. So, the last time I did it was before Tears of the Kingdom came out, so at least at the time, it was I think the fastest time I got was like, actually I don't remember what my PB is, but I think it was something in like the 620s, if I'm remembering correctly. With Tears of the Kingdom now, it would be like a 7-hour speedrun. But some of the games have also gotten shorter. Like, Wind Waker has gotten shorter. I'd probably do better in Twilight Princess, because I feel more confident about Twilight Princess these days compared to back then. Skyward Sword is still about the same length. OOT and MM are still about the same length. My Breath of the Wild time would probably be similar to what I got back then also. What makes it an original 3D Zelda? Essentially, like, a game's first original release, if that makes sense. So, like, none of the 3DS or Wii U remakes, or, like, Skyward Sword HD. And yeah, so no spin-offs like Hyrule Warriors either. Yeah, I mean, I can see how the phrase, like, original 3D Zelda could potentially have a bunch of different interpretations. Yeah, I mean, Wind Waker now having arbitrary code execution potentially could make it really short. Especially if a way to do it gets found that doesn't require setting up tick values ahead of time. Do I ever dislike when a run gets short? Not usually. I guess it probably depends on, like, my specific attachment to the run, but can't say for any of the games that I've put a lot of time into that I've been disappointed by the run getting shorter. Also, thank you very much, Nintendame, for the 53 months of Tier 1. Thank you for the good luck as well. Also, thank you for the good luck fastest. So thanks for the good luck as well, Glubbers. For my Nintendo GameCube, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess GCN runs. Twice the GameCube. Indeed. Who doesn't love twice the GameCube? That animation was the game trying to map a Wolf Link animation to Human Link's polygons, which results in weird things happening. Link turning into the letter E. Was the in-game time in speedruns in Twilight Princess HD. So there's a homebrew tool you can use that can like measure the in-game time of your run as you do it, and so the in-game time field is there if you want to input what the in-game time for your run was, which essentially is like the time minus all of the time that the game was loading things, because loading times can like vary slightly. Well, actually, I guess for Twilight Princess HD, using a disc results in significantly longer loading times than playing digitally, for instance. I'm talking like multiple seconds per loading sequence slower on disc for Twilight Princess HD. So the second time we do Back in Time, it puts us in King Bulblin because... Well, so doing the Back in Time itself still put us onto the Elden Bridge, like it normally does. But then we voided out on the Elden Bridge. But during the void out, we went to the file select screen, and we selected a file that was saved in a specific spot that had a specific map state and room number saved with it. And we essentially told the game, hey, load Elden Bridge, but load it with this map state and this room number, which just so happens to correspond to the King Bulblin fight if you load that map state and room number on Elden Bridge. So the game was like, oh, okay, it's time to load the King Bulblin fight, because we're loading this map state. Trying to not target the keys, but oh well. Whereas the first time we do Back in Time, we don't load any special map state after we void out. We just void out so that we can pause. Yeah. Because the Elden Bridge is part of the general, like, Elden Field. Or I guess part of the Hyrule Field map, which includes Elden Field. But so that's just the room of Hyrule Field where the King Bulblin fight loads on a specific state. Also, thanks for the good luck, Brandino. We need a Zelda racing game. I mean... Yeah, I guess the closest we've had is Link appearing in Mario Kart 8, huh? Too close. I know that there's at least been a modding project where someone took game maps from Ocarina of Time 3D and made Mario Kart 7 tracks out of them. Also, thanks for the good luck, Sir Shaddy. Nice. I don't know when the last time I failed that was. True, today was the last time that I failed that. Yeah, that's essentially the TPHD setup. Still works in this game, so I didn't really see a reason to learn the other one. What? Do you mind going over there? Oh, nice. Oh, cool. I guess we're not skipping any text to this segment. I don't know why the bug continued going around even though I was in the corner there. That just kind of sucks. Nice. Well, that was kind of slow. Oh. Interesting. What a great way to lose time. Cool, another great way to lose time. Why did it seem like we jumped away from the mud there? Well, that was... I don't know, that was just bad. Hard Rock came down at the perfectly wrong time. Which Twilight Princess boss would I most like to start a small business with? This is not something I had ever considered before. I guess preferably at least one that I can communicate with, so... Either Zant or Ganondorf, I suppose? Since, you know, communication would be important. Also, thanks for the good luck, Zopiad. Thanks for the good luck as well, comics. Death Sword. If someone calls the manager, he just goes swooping and screaming. That would be funny. Oh, looks like this might be an opportunity to try and skip the spider. No. Darn it. Man. If I hadn't, I tried letting go of the stick before that third climbing animation, but unfortunately it was too slow and Link kept climbing. One, two, three. Alright. I'm not saving too much time here, unfortunately, since I went for spider skip and my gamble did not pay off. Alright, very nice roll. When chat wants to start a business, you would be happy to be their death sword. Now that's company loyalty right there. Alright, should be saving, I think, like 6 of the 8 seconds here. Is Beast do any big strats or tricks that I don't do at the moment? Not anything big, no. Beast is just significantly more consistent at this game than I am. And there are also a bunch of smaller strats that he does that I don't do. There's like the Wolf Gate clip in Goron Mines that I don't do, which I think optimally saves like 10 seconds. There's also the fan strat, or the strat in the fan tower at the end of City in the Sky that I basically never succeed at in practice, so I'm not going to do it in runs if I don't succeed at it in practice. And I think that one saves like 8 seconds, but basically just things like that. There are probably a few more that I'm not thinking of. I think he also goes for the rope jump in Talma's bar during Midna's Desperate Hour that I also have never succeeded at in practice, and that saves like 5 seconds. Come on. Gate, I would like to pass through, thank you. So thanks for the good luck, Don Gato and Wraith. Hey, I think teriyaki chicken is pretty good. Also, hello, Lou. So thanks for the good luck, Satanic Minnow. And welcome back from the meetings, Audio Killers. So presumably there may be more later, if you're only out of them for now. Why do I not speedrun 2D Zeldas? I mean, I can barely keep up with speedrunning all of the 3D Zeldas, so... Although I also haven't really completed most of the 2D Zelda games just casually, so... That's also part of it, but, like... I did speedrun Echoes of Wisdom for a little bit, which I would consider to be more a 2D Zelda than a 3D Zelda. Also, hello, haha. I did learn the Link Between Worlds route at some point a while ago, but never actually did a run of it. Nice block. I did technically learn the first, like, 40 minutes of Spirit Tracks in, like, 2013 at one point. Okay. Nice tech tight. Phantom Hourglass is better. Well, unfortunately, I guess not unfortunately, but like Spirit Tracks has trains, and I was definitely a train kid, so Spirit Tracks kind of just wins for me based on that. Also, I do think the music in Spirit Tracks is better. It was also probably influenced by the fact that I played Spirit Tracks before Phantom Hourglass. So I got used to, like, Spirit Tracks controls, and I was like, what do you mean I have to draw a circle on the edge of the screen to roll? Where did my double tapping go? So, when we got into this room, all we did was look at the ceiling to start the mini-boss fight. Because what's normally supposed to happen is you go in through the water tunnel from underneath, and then when you get far enough away from the tunnel gets closed off, and then to start the fight, you look at the ceiling. So essentially, the game sets a temporary flag when, like, the tunnel is sealed off, and if that flag is active, it'll trigger the fight when you look at the ceiling. But we essentially just triggered that temporary flag on a different file, and then reset the game to then continue through Lakebed, so that that flag was already set by the time we got to Lakebed. Because it's the same temporary flag called the boss flag that the game uses for a bunch of different things. One of which is the Skull Kid chase sequence in the Sacred Grove, so we just started that sequence again, and then reloaded our Lakebed file, and the flag was active. So then we could just go into the room from what's normally the exit, and then just look at the ceiling to start the fight without having to go through the water tunnel. Which would be very annoying with our current inventory. No, we will not be getting the Zora Tunic at all in this run. This run skips Zora Tunic. Which is just barely possible to do, but it is possible. Given how close the Pillar Clip and sinking down into the Morpheal fight are to not working, but they do just barely work out. Like, if sinking to the bottom of the Morpheal room, like, if you didn't have enough time to do that, actually, I think you, actually curious, if you didn't have enough time to do that, I wonder if you could, I wonder if you would have enough time if you refilled your air with water bombs by standing on one of the pillars in the room. I think you would in that case, but I don't know how long it takes to get to one of those pillars from the center. Also, thanks for the good luck, Commander Rob. Yeah, I'm also not sure, because I think skipping Zora armor only saves, like, a couple minutes. So I think in the any percent route, detouring to get Zora armor, I think it's like a 3-minute time loss. Because you have to go through the wagon escort sequence to get Zora armor. But then, of course, you save back, like, a little bit of time, because you can do a faster Morpheal and faster, Zant phase of Morpheal fight. Yeah, I mean, the only way that the Zant phase would be impossible without Zora armor is for some reason they required you to swim fast during it. With, like, the speed that you get with swimming for Zora armor, but they didn't do that, so... It would be really funny, though, if both Zora armor and Ball and Chain were only required in any percent because of Zant. I mean, true. Barrier skip would get us to Hyrule Castle much quicker. At least in any percent. Barrier skip wouldn't help this category, I don't think. Also, thanks for the good luck, Middleton. No, loading into Hyrule Castle works perfectly fine if you can just get past the barrier or past the doors somehow. I mean, technically the loading zone doesn't activate by stepping on it. Like, you have to open the door for the loading zone to activate, but, like, there's nothing that stops you from opening the door if you can get to the door. Yeah, like, if you have Moonjump active, you can just Moonjump over the door. At least I'm talking about the first door specifically. There's technically 2 doors. But the first one automatically opens up after Midna's Desperate Door. Which is also when the barrier forms. Oh yeah, I mean, like, typically a cheat code, or, like, using a cheat that allows you to increase the character's height while they're jumping is called using Moonjump. I guess the logic is that it's like, if you had gravity, like, on the moon, then you would be able to jump higher and whatnot. Nice, we got the 55 rupees. Yeah, not to be confused with the actual glitch moon boots in this game, which does not require cheat codes. But yeah, that's why Moonjump any percent is on the extensions leaderboard, because it's, you know, you're using a cheat code to Moonjump. It's not something you can actually do in-game. So it's not meant to be taken, like, too seriously as a speedrun category. Why is there a fish emote? Because one of the artists who has done some of my emotes just decided to draw me as a fish one day. And that's basically why. I don't know if it's based on a fish from Wind Waker. I actually don't know if it's based on, like, any particular fish, to be honest. Also, hey, TGH, thanks for the raid. How was the stream? So what is this bug doing? Well, do you want to get down here? There you go. Also, thanks for the good luck. Stream was good. Nice. He beat an any percent 3 hours and 21 seconds. Nice. Almost there. Soon there will be a 2 in the hours slot. Yeah, I'd say things are good. Start of this run was a little rough, but I have plenty of time to improve upon my PB, so we can definitely bring it back. Long time to come around there. Was that like a 9:55 on the segment timer? Not too bad, I guess. Most of the time was just lost the bug near the cannon. Really? That was a frame late on B? The first time would have worked, but I accidentally let there be a frame between the A and the B press. Despite the fact that I thought I pressed them very fast after each other, but I still have that problem sometimes. Just to make the map glitch work here, we have to press A on a specific frame and then press B on the frame exactly after it. Ah, nice. Kinda surprised that their ice keys went back to the ceiling there. Spiritual journey time. Well, actually, we're not going on a spiritual journey. It is, in fact, not spiritual journey time. It is my favorite speedrun I have ever done. My favorite individual speedrun ever? I don't know. I know that my favorite speedrun category is Ocarina of Time 3D 100%. I don't know if I have a specific favorite for an individual run that I ever did. It got a little weird there. Yeah, so losing time here, unfortunately. Also, hello, Aranar. I mean, yeah, my PB's Linear Twilight was pretty bad. Generally, the entire second hour of my PB wasn't great. I can save quite a lot of time on quite a few segments. We also got almost a minute we can save on this split right here. And we have, like, you know, up to 50 seconds to save on Linear Twilight. On Bow, we can save, like, 40 seconds. On Morpheal, we can save, like, 35, so... quite a lot. Green rupees... no red rupees, unfortunately. Ideally, we get a red rupee here, so we don't have to get one later from fire, but... it's like we'll just be getting the one later. What's the difference between all dungeons and any percent? Any percent does not complete Forest Temple, Snowpeak Ruins, Temple of Time, or Goron Mines. Whereas all dungeons does have to complete those dungeons. Also, yes, I didn't pull out the boomerang that time. Oh yeah, I did get blurred. Good job, camera. Turn off the autofocus that turned itself on again. So yes, the Eyes of Yeto will be happening soon. Looks like we're having a good segment here, so we should be saving most of the possible time save. Yeah, because any percent doesn't require you to do anything except do whatever's necessary to just ultimately beat Ganondorf, right? Whereas all dungeons explicitly requires that you reach the save prompt after the end of each dungeon. Look into eyes of Yeto. Their true beauty. Who need mirror? Yeah, so in the any percent speedrun, you don't ever get the bow at all. Hooray, a best segment. Also, thanks for the good luck, Ezzy. Segment that's blue means that, as of this point, that is the fastest that I have done that segment. So I got a PB on that segment specifically. Between getting Ball and Chain and then completing Snow Peak Ruins. Well, you can customize your splits to be like any colors you want for like any of the individual events. So like if you wanted to, you could have, you know, green splits for being behind and red splits for being ahead. But yeah, the general defaults are that, you know, green is ahead, red is behind, and best segments are gold, but I prefer blue for best segments. Also, thanks for the 2 months of Prime, Luxeter. We speak to Russell before we go to Goron Mines so that we can activate text displacement. Because the game's kind of in a bit of a messed up state right now, where we can't get into Goron Mines normally if we tried, but we can activate the flag that essentially allows us to get into Goron Mines. If we get text displacement and then talk to the Goron Elder there, it gets rid of the wall that normally blocks you from going into Goron Mines before you're supposed to. And the state of, like, the Sumo Hall is messed up because we did early Master Sword, and you're not supposed to have the Master Sword the first time you're here. But essentially what we did was we got into Russell's conversation, which we're only supposed to see in a cutscene that manually advances the text. But because we talked to him outside of the cutscene, we advanced the text at the rate that we wanted to and then stopped advancing it when we didn't want to anymore. So the game sort of kept the state of how much the text had advanced with us to talking to the Goron. So we started talking to the Goron in that state, instead of, like, whatever the regular state of talking to the Goron should have been. Which then allowed us to get to the Goron's text, which is what he says, where he says, like, alright, you two, let him pass, so that we can get into the dungeon. Also, thanks for the best of what bits of chivalry. Nice bar. Also, yeah, some people use, like, rainbow, or like a changing rainbow color gradient for their best segments. Oh, come on. I want to equip the item, not just menu over it and then not do anything. Bonk again. Guess we're just bonking this segment. No, that's not really what we wanted to do. I wanted to throw him off the edge, actually. That was kind of slow, but sometimes that just happens where we're not quite in the right position. I did try throwing him the opposite direction, but Link still threw him around to the right, even though I was holding left. How's pace looking so far? Definitely one of the better paces that I've had the past few streams, which is nice. Oh, come on, really? Really? That's a silly mistake. Yeah, man, I would say that I'm generally happy with how the run has been going, probably since, like, the end of Elden Twilight. triple tap. Yeah, so for the key shards that make up the boss key, each of the Goron Elders is hard-coded to give you a specific one. So the first one is hard-coded to give you an item that, like, displays you having one piece of 3. The second one is hard-coded to give you an item that displays you having 2 pieces of 3, and the third one is hard-coded to give you, like, the actual full boss key. So you just have to talk to the third one. For the Goron Elders. Where is this? I always try for world record pace, or am I content with just beating my own record? I mean, it probably depends on, or it mostly depends on, like, what the world record is, I would say. But generally, I'm just trying to do the best I can, whatever that may be. Which, in the case for this category specifically, I don't think I currently have the consistency with the tricks in this game to be able to reach the current record. So it's not really something that I'm aiming for at all. Yeah, this segment was a little stinky, though. Made a lot of small mistakes. This is my best... No, I've gotten much better Goron Mines. Split before. Do I want to get world record before switching to another category? Not particularly, no. I don't think that's a realistic goal for myself at the moment. Yeah, generally, personal achievement is what matters most. And if that happens to be the record, that's great. If not, then it's still great. What decides which heart containers I get and which ones I don't? Just which heart containers I decide that I want to get for my runs. Generally for Twilight Princess, it's recommended to get at least some heart containers, because there are some parts near the end of the run where you do end up taking a bunch of damage, and if you don't have, like, at least 4 or 5 hearts, it can Or, like, you're potentially putting yourself at risk to die in, like, Palace of Twilight, for instance. Have I ever had a game-breaking bug during a run? Yeah, I mean, I've, like, randomly crashed and soft-locked before while doing a run. Even during things that, like, shouldn't crash or soft-lock, right? Of course, there are things like, there is occasionally glitches or tricks that you do which run the risk of crashing or soft-locking, but you know that ahead of time, typically. So I think I get... Let's see, so I get Forest Temple, Snow Peak, Morfield, and Argarok. So I get 4 heart containers for this run. So I have 7 hearts total going into the Palace of Twilight, which makes the possibility of dying pretty remote. Well, this is unfortunate RNG. So kind of just deciding to go really far away. I think we should be fine. Yeah. But yeah, so like in that clip that's linked, I just soft locked on Death's Sword because something happened. I don't know exactly what happened, but the game wasn't a fan. Yeah, the water bombs allow me to reset the air meter so that I don't drown while fighting Morpheal. Because for some reason, if you're swimming with water bombs in your hand, which is not an interaction you're normally supposed to be able to do, the action that the game will try to have happen if you press the A button is it'll try to have Link throw the bomb. Which, if he does that underwater, he goes into the throwing animation for a frame which grounds him and makes the game think that he's not in water. So it resets the air meter, but then the next frame it realizes he's in water, and so it puts him back into the swimming animation, but because he was out of water for a frame, it resets the air meter to full. Which allows us to not drown, and allows us to skip Zora armor. Also, hello TC Kelvin. We're being sure to have fun. Well, so to pull the water bomb out, or to get into like the swimming animation while holding the water bomb, you have to begin pulling out the water bomb while you're grounded underwater, wearing the iron boots, and then just equip some other item over the iron boots so that Link Force unequips them and starts swimming around. Like, it's not precise at all to refill your air meter with water bombs. It's, like, not something that I'm worried about failing ever. Because the timing for it is very lenient. Hey, Giovanni. I too don't like it when I get paralyzed and turned into precious metals. That's not what I wanted to do. Game, for some reason, decided that I wanted to side hop. Not the intention. Alright, Cat Cantaloupe, we'll see you later. Thanks for the good luck. So, hello, Nallis. We did actually already see the Eyes of Vieto today, but maybe we'll see them again. Who knows? Also, thanks for the good luck, Max. That Hugo's cousin we just killed. Ah, maybe. I don't know which of the Bulblins are related to each other. That was Hugo's cousin's brother's son. You asked him. Oh, okay. Makes sense, I suppose. Did I study in college? I studied computer science. Because I think computer science and programming is cool. And it was like, you know, something that I actually have fun doing most of the time. Pronounced Igo. Hugo and Igo. Also, thanks for the good luck, French fry apocalypse. We'll get through there eventually. What languages do I have down so far? I mean, I'll typically, like, use whatever language, like if I'm contributing to an already existing project, I use whatever language the project is already using, obviously, but the projects that I usually contribute to, which are Zelda randomizers, at least the ones that I've contributed to have either been in Python or C++ primarily. For like actual game patching code, it's been either just raw assembly, Rust or C. Did I learn the new Arbiter's Ground skip? I did learn the new Arbiter's Ground skip. My current PB does it, so we will also be doing it here. What do I think of Lua? I've only ever had to use Lua like once or twice, so I don't have much of an opinion on it. I don't even remember what the syntax is for most of it. Other plans for a TPHD rando, or is that too hard with the stamps? Well, I don't think the stamps are the thing that is like the reason that there's no TPHD rando yet. I think the reason there's no TPHD rando is that there's not really much of a demand for one. Like, I'd be interested in contributing to one, but not really a project that I would start on my own, probably. Nice ball. Yeah, now we get to see if we can do Arbiter's Grounds quickly. Or if we get bad RNG, or if we don't get bad RNG and we just miss the moon boots, which is typically the mistake I make if I don't get bad RNG. Or I guess previous mistake that I actually made was mistiming the ending blow and doing it while the bubble was jumping. Which is not when you want to do it, because then you're not going to go to the right position. We turn around. This is not great. Wow, it's really not great. They both just decided to go in terrible directions. What? Why did you get out? And this sucks. What direction are you facing? Well. Not as fast as it could have been, unfortunately. That's kind of just what happens with those bubbles sometimes. No, they both went the wrong direction. Darn it. Could have worked if either of them had just decided to stay in the corner slightly longer. Really? This is also the RNG part of it. Oh my god, seriously? Bruh. And finally. Unfortunate that took so long. And that unfortunately means we're losing a bunch of time here. Come on. Despite the fact that we got the trick, you know, first try. We lost at least, like, 2 minutes there, or something ridiculous, just to RNG. At least compared to what would have been, like, an optimal one, right? Like, we'll still be ahead, but not as much as we could have been. Yeah, with an ideal segment here, I would save like a minute over my PB, so losing almost 3 minutes to what that could have been, both due to RNG and for me taking a while to clip the bubbles out of bounds. Just kind of sucks. Nice. The bonks continue. Alright, now we get to see if we can do Death Sword. Or not Death Sword, do Snaller's Skip. This angle is not correct. Why is it not correct? I don't know. I can tell that the angle is not correct. Come on. Well, that kind of sucked. Actually, I guess the attempt that it worked was a decent attempt, but it sucked that the angle was wrong the first time. Also, thanks for the good luck, Leanne. Maybe I should have picked up a heart there. So we're gonna be on 2 hearts. Entering the woods now. Or entering Sacred Grove. Also, thanks for the good luck parallelograms. Huh? What was that? What, like a refund on this hide, please? Oh, well, that was dumb. I can't say I've ever slid off in that direction before. I think always turns to face the other direction when he slides and then doesn't slip off. Congrats on getting through the meetings. Getting through the meeting with audio killers. So thanks for the good luck aircraft. Oh, come on, really? Ow. Interesting. Well, now I definitely need to spend time getting some parts. It's a great segment, unfortunately. No, that segment wasn't great. Because of the mistakes that we made. That segment could have been like 20 seconds faster, but... we did a long jump attack up the stairs in the first room because we skipped over an Uku trigger, so that we didn't have to collect Uku. That would have caused an extra cutscene. That wouldn't have been necessary. Really? Wanted to pull out the bombs. Apparently I forgot which button I had equipped the bomb arrows to. Well, so skipping the Uku cutscene only saves a couple of seconds, but it also makes equips much less awkward. Because if you watch the cutscene, then Uku goes into your inventory. And pushes everything in your inventory into a different slot than where it would otherwise be. Really? That missed? I just used the 2 spare bombs in Hyrule Castle during the final climb section. Oh no, that would have been good. At least we still made it up. Yeah, this segment kind of meh so far also. Nice. Nice. I guess maybe saving a couple seconds is still possible, but a couple seconds out of 19 is kind of meh. So hello, Kiwi. Yeah, this hoodie is pretty good. Kind of old at this point, though, but still fits. Go wrong? Did we mess up? It looked like it was fine. Well, apparently something is not doing something correctly, but I don't know what that something is. That's the visual cue. We tap forward. We get the right angle. Yeah, I have zero clue why those first two attempts didn't work. Can snap 548 instead of 533, and you've never understood how. I don't think I've ever noticed that in practice, at least. Granted, it's been a while since I've actually practiced that trick with the, like, data to display on. How spicy do I like my tacos? Not spicy at all. My spice tolerance is very low. Yes, the spider is just mostly RNG. Well, unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, losing time late into a long category is never fun, but usually the longer the category is, the more, like, overall time there is to save, right? Because you're usually not going to play as close to your sum of best as you would for a shorter category. Also, I was pulling the wrong direction there. Well, the category doesn't require doing the dungeons in the intended order, but just by happenstance, we almost do the dungeons in the intended order. The only difference is that Snow Peak Ruins is second instead of being, like, fifth, which it would normally be. But yes, they are very doable out of order. It just so happens that in order is, or mostly in order happens to be fastest, for various reasons. It has 300 to build an ancient piece of technology. Well, listen, Fire, or not Virus, Fire knows that, the base wallet can only hold 300 rupees, so he can't charge us anything higher than that, regardless of what the service is. Otherwise, that would require the player to collect golden bugs. The devs also already did the troll thing in Wind Waker, where the base wallet is 200 rupees, and there's a piece of mail that Tingle sends you, which the pay on arrival rupee rate is 201 rupees, so you're forced to get a wallet upgrade if you want to get that in mail. I guess also the deciphering the Triforce charts costs 398 rupees each, which already does that, but... It works for Tingle because Tingle is meant to be greedy. I really love bonking into doors today. Oh yeah, Wind Waker HD changed the base wallet to 500 rupees, but they didn't change any of those Tingle prices. I think they maybe realized that they trolled the players a bit too much with things like that in the original Wind Waker, especially on the JP version, where it's significantly harder to get all the rupees necessary to decipher the Triforce charts. They also give you a yellow rupee at the end of Savage Labyrinth in the Japanese version. It was then changed to, I think, a piece of heart in international releases for Wind Waker, and then changed to the Hero's Charm in Wind Waker HD. Unfortunately, I don't think French Tingle can be ripped off the same way that French Fire can. Or it would have probably been noticed by now if there were differences in the language files like that. Oh yeah, the transformation with Wolflink was to prevent the fan that normally blocks the boss key from being obtained early from being turned on. So after we get double claw shots, we'll be able to very quickly get the boss key. Trying to pick up Ukus. Oh, that was dumb. I don't know why I pressed the claw shot button there when I was supposed to just press the A button. Also kind of surprised that still worked, considering the Aralphos was swooping down at us, but we'll take it. I just wanted to get down here. What happened in Temple of Time? Great question. I don't really know. The setup that I used for doing the Door of Time skip trick just didn't work. Since apparently it's possible to snap to the wrong angle, and I was not aware of this. I did not appear to do anything visually wrong, as far as I could tell. But my angle was still wrong for some reason. No, really? Oh. This sucks. Vader music. Yeah, basically. for the good luck with the Sainting kit. Nice. Just barely too high. It's not. Also, thanks for the good luck, Golden. Thanks for the good luck as well, Cuber Stash. Does Bewildebeest do to shave 10 minutes off for world record? He consistently hits tricks. And also does a few extra small time savers that I don't do. Just not necessarily small, but smaller. Potentially up to 10 seconds. Whereas my PB fails quite a lot of tricks. Huh? Was holding upright. What happened? Why did we side hop left when I was holding upright? Joystick inputs are a suggestion. Oh, that makes sense. The game can decide whether or not it wants to use the current joystick inputs or just make up its own. Didn't hear anything there. Hello, Siamese cat. Run's probably not going to PB, but we're doing our best. Ah, yes. In co-op randomizers, you have two people playing the same seed and helping each other out. Always say good looks. How about have fun for a change? Well, good thing we are having fun. Even if we're not going to PB. Hello, Kathy in space. Good skid. Alright, a best by 2 seconds. Now we just gotta beat our sum of best by 15 seconds over the rest of the run and we'll PB. Did not want to target this piece. Oh, come on. Dumb. I also forgot to quick spin the orbs. Oops. A couple seconds. Oh! Huh? Alright, well. I guess that's why we always get rid of them. Well, if we did find a rare trick that sent me right to Ganondorf right now, the run would not be valid because I have not completed Palace of Twilight yet. Oh, no. Darn it. That's not what I wanted. Really? It's RNG. I want to jump attack, not side hop. I keep on, like, preemptively doing the spins for the jump/spin attack too soon, which is why I'm side-hopping. Yeah, not surprising that we basically lost a minute with all of those mistakes that happened. Oh, darn. Well, no bonk into the loading zone, I guess. Will I crash at Zelda? Probably not. Ah, yes, the run is invalid because I did not bonk into the loading zone for the squid in a cutscene. Which, of course, absolutely means that your run is invalid if you don't do that. How did the SS Rando over the weekend go? It went good. Tippy and I won the match, so we won the small tournament. We only played 3 matches in the entire tournament. That's how small it was. I missed pressing the B button there. How are you still alive? Cool. Alright, well, let's see if Zelda is better than what she was in my PB. Alright, starting off with the energy ball. Is what we want. Oh, now we got the triangle. Which is very much not what we want. And fourth cycle of energy, unfortunately. Means the minimum number of cycles now is 8. Well, at least all of those cycles were relatively fast. It was probably a decently fast 8 cycles, actually. Really? Alright, well. Saved 20 seconds at the end. Would have been close to a PB if we hadn't have gotten the weird results in trying to do Door of Time skip. Thank you guys all for the GGs. And thanks for the 20 bits apes and the 50 bits Joshi. But yeah, nice to complete a run again, of course. Our attempt counter is now 26 out of 424. Some nice even numbers there. Yeah, so I think that will probably be it for today. We will do more attempts tomorrow, where hopefully it does not take us 2 minutes of RNG waiting for the bubbles to allow us to do Arbiter's Pogate skip. And we also don't run into that weird situation with Door of Time skip again. So, yeah, that will be the plan. Wait. 31 seconds off my best for Interrupters. Okay. My best split time, that is. So anyway, that is going to be it for me, so I will see you guys later. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day.
Crystal again. We'll get with there. You forget we do space. For we first?